Hi there folks. Okay, so what we're going to look at today is how to use my particle system to create the effect of dust being kicked up as this ball hits the ground. Now this is a nice simple effect to create, and it can be used for pretty much anything. If you've got a character walking about in a dusty environment, or if you've got a character walking through water and you need splashes, all these kind of things. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to create an emitter at the point where the ball actually contacts with the ground. So if I press play, we're looking at frame 40. So I'm going to now create myself a bog standard emitter. So I need to go to my dynamics menu, particles, create emitter, go into the option box and make sure that the settings have been reset, and just hit create. And then I'm going to rename my emitter, just call it dust emit. Okay. Now obviously we don't want the particles to emit constantly, so we only want them to actually emit when the ball hits the ground. That means I have to key the rate that the particles emit on frame 40. So if I go into my attribute editor with my particle emitter selected, so I've got dust emitter there, and at frame 1 I'm going to set my particle rate to 0, and I'm going to move to frame 39, keep that at 0 and set another key. This way these frames will all be blank, so no particles will be emitted between frame 1 and frame 39. And then on frame 40 I'm going to put the rate up to 150 and set a key. So now when I press play, the particles start to emit. Now obviously they're going too slow and there's probably enough of them, but when we increase the speed, what's going to happen is they're going to continue to emit for the rest of the timeline. I don't want that. What I want is that when I get to about frame 45, I want the emitter to stop, because then the particles are going to dissipate into the rest of the background. At frame 44 I'm going to set another key with the rate set to 150, and then move it to frame 45 and set that to 0. Okay, and then set another key. So now the particles will emit at frame 40 to 45, and they'll be at a rate of 150. But I'm going to go and change that. I think I'm going to change that to 200 now. There we go. So set that to 200. Next thing I need to adjust is the speed at which the particles come out of the emitter. For that I'm going to go into the channel box, grab the emitter, scroll down, and we're going to change the speed to 10. So let's press play and see what we get. That's better. Now obviously the particles are flying out at quite a rate here, and I'm going to change my rate back to 150 because I think I've now given myself too many. This is one of the main elements with particles, is that you will have to do a lot of to and fro between your settings to get exactly the look that you need. Okay, so we'll just key those again, and that should give us a better effect. That's better. Okay, now at the moment obviously they're going off into space, but we're going to sort that because we're going to apply a gravity field to them. So we can select our particles, go to fields, gravity, and now they come up and disappear. Now the next thing we need to do is change the look of the particles and make them collide with our ground plane. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make them collide with the ground plane. Select the particles, shift select the ground, go to particle, make collide. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to change the way in which these particles actually connect with the ground. So if I select the particles and scroll down in the channel box and go to the dew connector, I can change the resilience